Hey guys, this is O Saints or Michael, and I'm here to talk to you today about my bully story. So, back in about middle school, 7th grade ish, um, there was a group of people, or a group of guys, who thought it would be cool to start hating on me and calling me names like Peter Griffin and stuff like that, and I didn't think of nothing about it at the time. I kind of shrugged it off because I had a group of friends, that kept me up. They kept me pretty much straight through middle school. I liked my friends. I had that one girl I always had a crush on through middle school. She liked me, I liked her. Then she moved in 8th grade, and I was really going into high school with knowing exactly nobody. So yeah, then high school gets kind of bad. High school was a time to meet new faces. A lot of people come together in high school. Um, it made me feel like I was on the bottom end of the scale, but it's because you're a freshman, you're starting out, you're going to be at the bottom end of the scale. But I always made friends with seniors and juniors, it seemed. They kept calling me, they keep saying, I wish many freshmen were like you. And I was like, oh, cool, I made friends with seniors and juniors, cool. I'm probably gonna be the coolest freshman out there. And then my freshman year ended, and I was pretty cool. I was up on the cool chain. Being a pretty gnarly dude. But then sophomore year rolled around. Sophomore year wasn't a terrible year, but it started my downhill trend in high school. I remember I had a few people who kept, talking behind my back, like, is that the guy? Oh, yeah, that's the guy. But I kept hearing that all throughout my sophomore year, but no one would say anything. They would always keep hush hush about it, don't, don't let him hear us or something like that. I always kept hearing it. And then sophomore year, I, passed everything but geometry. I eventually had to retake it the next year. My junior year I had to retake geometry, but I just kept hearing the voices. They kept growing behind me as I hear them from other classes and stuff. People are like, that's the guy. And then they would laugh, and I was like, what are they talking about? Why are they laughing at me? They hardly even know me. So I knew someone had to be talking about me in a severely bad way. So now we're in my junior year, and this is where shit just hit the fan. I honestly hated this year of my life, in all honesty. Um, Third period, I had the class with the bullies. This was third period during the second semester or first semester. I'm not really sure. My memory's kind of hazy. And I remember sitting in the front row at the very right of my science class while the bully sat behind me. And I was beside a girl who would always write love letters to her boyfriend and stuff, not paying me any attention at all when I asked her questions. I had a basketball player in the class who refused to make fun of me during this time, and I really applaud him. And he's being a huge success right now in his basketball career. I think he got a scholarship to Auburn. But I was singing in the classroom, and I would always hear Peter Griffin in the back, and they just say, hey, do that Peter Griffin laugh, and hey, do this, hey, do that Peter Griffin does, and it bothered me because the whole class would do it. They would get the whole class in on this, including the teacher, and the teacher being a part of this was the hardest thing. What gives you the right to make fun of your own student, knowing that bullying is a major cause of people dropping out, and committing suicide is another one. Like, why as a teacher what gives you the right to laugh? You know, I mean, maybe they do have the right to laugh. Maybe I'm just being stupid here, but I mean, he would just laugh with them, and it just, I was in a hostile environment. I felt threatened every day. You know, I didn't know what to do. So the only thing I did do was I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything because I know if I tried to do something, suspension was on the way. And being suspended was something I didn't want to do. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. That's always been me for my whole life. You know, I've never been in a fight but once. And even that fight, I had to fight my best friend because he just got me so mad. But back to the bully story. They would also throw notes at me with like Peter Griffin and Stewie drawings on it. They always, you know, laugh when they do it, and the whole class would laugh with them. And I didn't know what to do. You know, I was just sitting there in my chair, and I had you know something to do. You know, I didn't really want to fail this, but I intentionally did just so I can get out of the class. You know, I failed all of my classwork, all of the homework, everything because I just wanted to get out of the class. I wanted to somehow drop out of the class, and failing was something that could catch the teacher's eye, or at least the principal or someone's eye, and then they could say what's wrong. Because speaking to that teacher, when I tried to say they're bullying me, all he did, he didn't suspend him, he didn't get mad at him, he just laughed, drugged the guy out, and just said stop it, brought him back in, and the dude went right back to it with, the teacher didn't do anything to try to stop it. He just said stop that, and he just brought him back in, and he started all over again. So I got home every day off the bus. I would wear the fake smile. You know, I would wear a fake smile. I would tell my mom I had a great day. I would go in my room and I would cry for an hour at least because I just felt like I couldn't do anything. I felt like this was it. You know, this is my life. And I was about to take the measures I thought was right at the time, and you guys can probably know what that was. You know, I just really felt like it. It felt like everyone was against me. You know, it felt like no one was my friend. I didn't have that special group of friends. I didn't have anything to keep me up. I was sinking and I was almost sunk at the time. You know, I didn't know what to do. And then leave it to the Super Bowl to change my life around. I was watching the Super Bowl. I think it was between the 49ers and the Ravens that year. Um, and I had checked my blood sugar, and my blood sugar was 299 or something. It was ridiculously high. This was the day I got diabetes, type 1 to be exact. And it changed my life around from me being bullied to me losing almost 50 something pounds just from, or 60, mind you, just from getting a disease. You know, why would a disease be the determining factor of me not getting bullied anymore? You know, that's just ridiculous. That I have to get a severe disease that can kill me in order to be accepted into society. It seemed like that. You know, it seemed that was that point in my life where I was fully accepted was, hey, you have diabetes. Oh man, I'm losing all this weight because of a disease. And, you know, I got a couple months, I literally lost like 20 pounds and I felt great, but I felt great because no one was laughing at me anymore. You know, they were like, who's this guy? You know, is this a new guy? And I felt great. Like I said, why, I can't stop saying it. Why did a disease determine why, the way I'm looked in society? You know, I didn't know what to do, and diabetes was like, hey, let me take over. And I didn't want that, but that's what had to happen for me to stop being bullied. I remember the assistant principal who I called when I was having these troubles. I was like, man, I'm gonna commit suicide if I don't get something quick. And he said, man, don't do it. It'll be the worst mistake of your life. And as he told me not to do it, I was like, what do you want me to do? And he said, leave it to me. And he went and he talked to every single person in that room about me. And then as soon as he did that, a month later he passed away from cancer. It's like an angel was there. He was my angel to tell me and to protect me from saying, hey, bullies are just idiots, kind of thing. And knowing a month later after he told everyone that, I got diabetes and lost all this weight. And then the principal of the school is talking about, oh, we're gonna send those kids to ISS and have them have ASD and OSS, and schools need to get rid of that. In all honesty, I hate to say this, but schools, unless you're grade-wise, if your grades are horrible, I can see ASD or OSS or ISS or something like that. But for bullying, nuh-uh. If you're bullying, that should be an expel. Just from that particular school. I'm not saying expelled from all the schools, just from that particular school. Mostly because bullies now are used as a target. You know, they're a target to other kids that say, hey, you know, I don't like you, so I'm going to bully you into leaving my school or my classroom. And it just, ASD, OSS, ISS, you know, all that is it's just something temporary. It's a temporary fix, which will only get worse when they return. You know, it happened with the bullies at my school, and I think it shouldn't happen anymore. I think it should be an automatic expel or something of the sort. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed my little story. I tried not to cry. I only squeaked out one tear, so that's an A plus for me. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great evening, great day whenever this video is uploaded. And I'll see you guys in my next video.